Here we go then, with 3 semi-finals in the men's 400-metre hurdles. Kyron McMaster, by the way, the fastest man in the world this year, was disqualified for not clearing an early barrier correctly. We also lost Michael Stigler, one of the quickest in the world this year, the American, disqualified. Only the first 2 guaranteed to advance to the final. And this is an absolutely loaded semi. Here's the lineup for the first of the 3 semi-finals. No Thomas Barr on the outside. Keron Clement, the Olympic champion, in 7. And Karsten Warholm of Norway in 5. What a season he's having. Kamal Mowat of Jamaica will also hope to get in the mix in 3. Abdel Malik Lahulu, African Games champion 2 years ago. And he will need to go off like lightning, because the second fastest man in the world this year, the Olympic champion, is on his inside. Keron Clement looking to make it a hat-trick of world titles. His second came back in 2009. Patrick Dobek, national champion for Poland, only 23 years of age, a big talent, made the final in Beijing. Can he do so again here in London? Now this guy always gets the crowd fired up. Karsten Warholm started out as a decathlete. National record on the flat of 44.87, national record 48.25. One of the top men in the world this year. The Norwegian will hope to deliver. Juanda Santos, 22, won his heat. Younger brother of Lugelin Santos, who finished on the podium here back in London 5 years ago in the 4 flat. Kamal Mowat, second in the national championships. Races for the University of Arkansas. And Victor Corolla, European junior champion, still just a teenager. He goes on the inside, Youth Olympic bronze over in China back in 2014. So this will be fast and this will be hard. It's only the first 2 guaranteed a berth in the final. Warholm is in the form of his life in 5, the Norwegian. Keron Clement in 7. So smooth when he gets it right. There is the Norwegian. He's very demonstrative before these races start. Certainly was in Oslo earlier this season when he produced great form. Mowat of Jamaica will hope to threaten the big 2 here. He starts in 3, but that's the Norwegian in 5. Warholm late to rise, but they are safely away. And he's gone out hard. He's closed down on Patrick Dobek already. You just wonder, he was so excited at the start of the race, whether he's let his adrenaline run away with him. Mowat trying to come through. Corolla's fallen. That's a real shame for the Frenchman on the inside. But it's Warholm. He's gone way past Keron Clement here. And also coming back into the mix is Santos of the Dominican Republic. Keron Clement, the Olympic champion's got problems here. Warholm has gone out so hard, but he looks as though he's still got some running here. Keron Clement is leaving this very, very late, coming through. And Clement takes it from Warholm. Well judged by the American in the end, but he was a long way down on Warholm when they came into the home straight. Cool as a cucumber. Well, that's certainly one way to send a message. Leave it late to all your work in the last 60.
I don't know whether it was judgment or the fact he had to really put the foot down over that last 100 metres. If it was judgment, yes, all credit to him. But I think he left it just a little bit late there. And that was maybe a little bit of a shock. Warholm, the Norwegian, went off so hard. In the qualifying rounds, he didn't do that. He actually slowed and had to work hard to get into his qualification for these semi-finals. He obviously realised that that wasn't the way to do it. So he took it out hard, and I think that surprised everybody, especially the American there. Because Keron Clement really did have to dig very, very deep, almost all the way to the line. So a packed crowd here in the Olympic Stadium tonight. And the triple jump over the far side will be going on.
Confirmation, Karen Clement taking that one, but leaving it pretty late from Vorholm. Santos rewarded with a lifetime best. He'll have to wait to see if that's good enough to go through as one of the 2 fastest losers.
And once again, your appreciation for working innovations as we introduce the finals. It's the
Back to the hurdles. As I just said, they were waiting for this possible race to take place, but they delayed the men in this hurdles. This is heat 2. On the outside, Haran Koech of Kenya, finalist in the Olympics, just on his inside. Yegor of Estonia. In lane 7, twice world junior champion, Jahil Hyde. Probably one of the ones to look for in this particular heat. Not as strong, I don't think, as the other heats, this one. From the United States, obviously one to watch, 3rd in their championships. He won his heat very comfortably, really. TJ Holmes, just on the inside of him. Mahmoud Dahan of France. He also looked very, very comfortable in qualifying. One of the perhaps outsiders maybe for a medal in this race. And then just from Japan, very young athlete here, Toshabi Abe, Japanese champion. And obviously a big cheer will come for this man, Jack Green. Very fast over the flat, Jack, 44 plus when it comes to the 400 metres, but he was 5th in qualifying. A little bit of a technical difficulty, I think, there, but maybe that might have cleared up now. Khalid Hussein, 5th again in qualifying for his semi-final booth here, but he's got the awkward lane 2. There's the full start list. Hussein, Green, Abe, Han, Holmes, Hyde, Yegor and Koech. A lot tougher to qualify for the men than for the women, really, to make the final now. It's 2 plus the 2 fastest. So if you don't win, you've just got to be right there behind the winner. There is no other option. But they're away. Not much to choose at the moment. Maybe it's the Jamaican there, Hyde, going off well in lane 7. Leading just a little bit on the inside of him, though. Holmes of United States going well, but also going well is the Frenchman, Han. Those 3 may be going over that hurdle. They're coming off the bend now. It looks as if the Jamaican is still holding his own. Hyde maybe just ahead of the others, but on the inside of him, Holmes of the United States also running well. So it's going to be Holmes maybe slightly ahead, but the Jamaican coming back again over that hurdle. Hyde just leading. Well, it's a battle down the straight. Remember, it's just 2 to qualify. Han is coming through from France now. Remember, it's just on the inside. Hussein is also running out. Hussein has sneaked on the inside, and the American just gets that all-important 2nd place.
Bit of a messy race, wasn't it, that semi-final? Wow. The Japanese athlete was flying. He hit a hurdle at about hurdle 8. So that paid to his chances. And the Frenchman there, oh, well, he had a terrible run-in as well, hitting a hurdle. But TJ Holmes had his problems and dug deep and came back to win that semi-final in 49.12 seconds. Hussein confirmed in 2nd, 1/100ths behind at 49.13. But let's look back at this race, Steve. The Japanese athlete there, he's took himself out the equation with that. He's not going to recover. But keep an eye on Han and keep an eye on Holmes as well, because he gets in trouble here.
Well, Hussein on the inside there, he was way out of it coming off the bend. All the other athletes hitting the hurdles, staggering a little bit. There you see the Frenchman just staggering over the last part. Close at the line, very close. Well, I thought that maybe on the inside there Hussein got it, but in the end they gave it to the American Holmes. Very, very close. I think they all started to panic coming off that bend, realising that they were all together and it was just 2 places through to the final. And when panic sets in, rhythm starts breaking up and they started hitting the hurdles.
And it was such a messy race. It was significantly slower than the other semi-final as well. You know, Santos ran a personal best of 48.59. Mowat's waiting from Jamaica, 48.66. So, wow. But fair play to Holmes, though, because he recovered well there to get back. And Hussein, as you say, finished like a train.
Well, he took advantage of everybody else falling apart, really. And the essence of that is that no one from that heat will probably, semi-final will go through. Well, as we all said, a scrappy race there, but it doesn't matter if you're in the first two, does it? Holmes and Hussein come through. And behind, disappointment really for Hyde, Green and Aby. All of those three having problems. Well, we'll bring you more updates on that as it comes along.
So the third semi-final back on the track of the men's 400-metre hurdles. Eric Futch of the USA starts in lane number 2. 48.18 this year. But there's Capello of Turkey, the world number 5, the European champion, Olympic bronze in Rio last year. Ricardo Cunningham of Jamaica, 3 times the Jamaican 800-metre champion. It's now turned to 400-metre hurdles. 147 runner over the 2 laps. This season, 48.83, lifetime best. And there's Futch of the USA, the US champion, will start in lane number 2. Brigari of Argentina in 9. Cosme of Italy in 8, Teles of Brazil in 7, Samba of Qatar in 6, Valiant of France in 5, Capello, the Turkish athlete, the Olympic medalist, in 4, Cunningham of Jamaica in 2, and that is Eric Futch of the USA. The fastest man in the field. First 2 and 2 fastest to the final on Wednesday. Mowat currently has the second non-automatic qualifying spot of 48.66 seconds. These guys have got a shift to make it to the final on Wednesday. So it's a clean start. Fast start as expected by Futch of the USA in lane number 2. He's pulled back the stagger on Cunningham, the Jamaican, outside him. The American's flying. Capello's going well for Turkey in lane number 4. Then Cosme, the Italian, is going well. But the American, lane number 2, twice the collegiate champion. The headband of the American, but he's not rising first. That's Capello in lane number 4. And Samba of Qatar. So just the top 2 guaranteed a place in the final. Capello, Samba. And Samba comes off. The final hurdle is going to be Samba and Capello. Well, 48.77 seconds. There's no fastest non-automatic qualifiers coming from this heat, which means Santos and Mowat will go through from the first semi-final. But that was good running by the Qatari.
Well, unfortunately, Teles of Brazil over the far side hit the hurdle. He's still on the track. There he is. Sad outing for him. Just being helped. I think he really went down heavy. And he was up there at that stage. But obviously, a great disappointment for him.
A battle to the line. And that's the back of Futch. Well, he's going to miss out because he came 3rd in that semi-final with 49.30 seconds. The American stutters into that barrier.
I'll tell you what, Samba ran really well there. He was quite controlled for the first sort of 250, got out well. Here you think perhaps he's going to start struggling, but he kicks on again. And Capello is a highly decorated international athlete. He couldn't get past Samba, who makes absolutely sure he's in the final and denies the American the chance to get there. There is the view of the Brazilian. My goodness me, that is a tumble and a half going down in lane 7. In fact, he splayed across so many lanes, it was lucky he didn't take anyone else with him. But Samba, an excellent run, and with a time like that, you can't rule him out from getting in the mix. He'll certainly be excited about the fact that Doha's hosting the next World Championship. He's from Mauritania, now represents Qatar. Really good run there, Catherine.
And the American on your left of your shot, that's a disappointment. 48.18, the US champion. Futch is out. But Samba, Capello will join Holmes, Hussein, Clement and Warholm and Santos and Mowat, as I mentioned, as non-automatic qualifiers. A good drive for the line from Samba. Won the Doha Diamond League, I'm sure to their delight. You probably just mentioned Rob earlier in the season. And indeed, maybe down the world rankings, but world rankings don't mean anything when you come to a championships. But this is when you have to deliver to win a major medal. Good qualifying from both of them, nice competitive.
He could feature, Samba, an unknown package. And that's what the World Championship's all about. It's not just the likes of Keron Clement and Warholm who've been, well, Clement's been dominant for years, Warholm having the season of his life. But this guy has just announced he's arrived and ready and in form. Well, the London skyline looking absolutely stunning this evening. We have had some pretty dark clouds, but it's cleared. Samba, very, very good qualification. Capello making it through. No place for Futch in the final. And what a final that will be. Confirmation of those who have made it. Keron Clement, remember, he left it late to come back past Warholm. Santos coming through as a fastest loser, but there's nothing slow about. 48.59 lifetime best. Capello is there, TJ Holmes and Hussein making it through as well. Should be a great final.